we're going to kick off this week's episode with the fantasy booking. That way we have free reign to talk about All Out and whatnot later in the show. Because a lot of hype going into this weekend.
Hype ain't the word.
Yeah, hype doesn't even describe what's may or may not happen this weekend. If only my Instagram will work. Okay, there it goes. It's starting to work. All right, so this past week we had my second episode of Warzone because I don't have a pay-per-view this month. So I kicked off the show with a match from my open weight pure rules division. And it was Bryan Danielson versus Adam Cole, baby. You know, the two people that might show up this weekend.
Big Mike.
So Daniel Bryan won in a clean, decisive finish over Adam Cole. That was 69% to 31%.
Didn't they work together on SmackDown a couple years ago?
Yeah, that the Saudi Arabia trip that went bad.
Oh, yes, and then they had to get the NXT guys.
So because Daniel Bryan wasn't going because he refused to go to Saudi, so he was there, and then they, like you said, they brought all the NXT guys, and the main event was Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole, which was a fucking banger ass match.
Now imagine what they could do without like 77 people with their hands in it.
Yeah, and then the following week was.
I kind of want to see it over now.
The following week was Adam Cole and AJ, because for some reason they just brought the NXT people back.
Oh, that's when they started doing the Undisputed Era and the OG Club or whatever.
Yeah, but that was a banger match too, just out of nowhere, AJ and Adam Cole. And then we had Michael Cole go looking for Paul Heyman backstage because they wanted to find out if Brock Lesnar is going to get his title match or not. But Paul Heyman said that GM Shane McMahon is not answering his calls. And, quote, things will happen if things don't change. So says Paul Heyman. Next up, we had a grudge match, a 6-woman tag team grudge match. The two matches last week that went awry was Tenelle Dashwood versus Charlotte. We had a screwy finish. And the Iconics versus Jordynne Grace and Rachel Ellering went awry. So we did it Teddy Long style. We're going to have a tag team match, player. So it was Tenelle Dashwood and the Iconics, Team Australia, versus Charlotte, Jordynne, and Rachel. And to our surprise, the Australians have won clean in the middle of the ring. Yes, they won clean in the middle of the ring. Next up, we had a tag team match. We had New Day, represented by Big E and Kofi, against SCU, represented by Kazarian and Sky. And the crowd was overwhelmingly blown away by the New Day. They won 69 to 31. Next up, GM Shane McMahon came out. He responded to Paul Heyman. Shane has decided that Brock Lesnar will not be given a championship match or a spot in the tournament. He must earn it. When he can prove he will show up to work like everyone else, something can be worked out.
What that workout can be.
We'll find out. Next up, another match in the open weight pure rules division. Damian Priest squashed Alberto El Patron 89 to 11. Yeah, quite the squash. Didn't see that one coming.
That was even a squash. That was you got me fucked up times 2. Mr. Man's in the back.
He probably showed up a little. Del Rio probably showed up. On the tequila. He probably had the bottle in hand. Jeff Hardy at
Jeff Hardy worst performance in TNA.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's still something I go back to every once in a while on YouTube and go watch.
Yeah. Next up, match 5 for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Tag team style. You work with your partner. If you and your partner can win the tournament, You both get a shot at the gold. So we had Finn Balor versus Randy Orton against Nick Aldis and W. Morrissey, a.k.a. Big Cass, a.k.a. Cass XL. This match didn't even make it past, the bell. RKO out of nowhere on Big Cass. 1, 2, 3, match over. Because that was 100-0 voting there.
You know what's funny? I think I voted on that one. And I think I voted that outcome because it's Randy Orton. Why the hell not?
Next up, Renee Young. She was in the ring looking lovely. She calls out the Usos. She asked, why did they attack FTR last week following the main event? The Usos, very simple answer. It's not paranoia. It's the Usos. And they left. And our main event for one of the number one contenders in the women's division, we had a gauntlet match with Asuka, Serena Deeb, Bayley, Mickie James, and Nyla Rose. And the winner, by the only person that voted, because I didn't realize that Instagram voting only allowed up to 4 people in the options. I thought it allowed up to 6. So I had to do the type in ballot. Only one person decided to type in an answer. So Asuka is the winner.
Oh, damn.
There was a vote, so Asuka's the winner.
Damn.
So moving forward in the tournament for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, last week we had AJ and Okada defeat Darby Allin and Adam Page. Next week they will be taking on Finn Balor and Randy Orton, who won this week. So the winner of that match, those two people will then face each other for the championship at my pay-per-view, which is, I forgot what my September pay-per-view is. Hold on. Let me flip back a couple pages. Unforgiven. All right. Do you have your show for this week ready to go? The next episode of Dragon Force.
No, I was going to have it, but due to the condition of what happened in New Jersey, I was going to postpone that to be the next following week. Because don't forget, some of our wrestlers do live in New Jersey.
Ah.
Big pop.
Big pop, yes.
It is weird, too, because the majority of my roster, Indy got all from damn near New Jersey, New York, and, situation happens. So.
Oh, yeah, you got Jay Lethal and fucking... Who else you got?
I got Jay Lethal.
Danny Mav.
Yeah, a good majority of my good guys, he lead all the motherfuckers. They realize when them all fucking at home trying to fix stuff. So I let this show rock, and I was like, I will let them rock. I'll let them get their matches next week. I had it, but then once the storm happened, I was like, if this is real, my wrestlers would be fucked right now. So I'm gonna have to deal with the real world situation.
Yeah, so we're gonna double book next week. I'll have my next show, and we'll do your show at the same time.
Yeah.
And speaking of running the company, it will lead us into our Ultra Draft. It finally has a name that we talked about at the beginning of the show. So, due to unforeseen circumstances with real life situations that we're also keeping kayfabe, you did not book your show last week. So you can go first, and I'll do my show after yours. We'll just have a double sesh.
Okay, so my last week's show.
Right.
I had a Jay Lethal versus Kurt Alexander. And Jay Lethal won. Wait, was that last week? No.
No, that was the first week. That was the first week. Last week was Jay Lethal and Cesaro.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yes. No. I have week 1 up here you sent me. I have week 1 of August you sent me. And I had week 3, but I have nothing else after that.
Yeah, because that was last week when with the storm and you gave your wrestlers the week off.
Yeah, 'cause I had Taboo Tuesday last week, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I am looking at the right one. So that was Swerve versus Critic versus Shelton in a
Yeah.
Iron Man
Yeah,
match.
there you go. That's it. Yeah, we're caught up, bro.
So now that Swerve won, the next match we will have for this show going off the beginning will be R-Truth
I already like this.
going against he will be going against Danny Boy Smith Jr.
Mm. Straight up match?
And yep, a straight up match.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let R little thing, his little, R2. I'm letting him come out with, oh, what's up theme. I don't need the 24/7 bullshit running. I just need him to do the what's up, the whole rap and everything, because R2's music is fire.
All right.
All right. Last time we had Sheamus versus Danny Mav. So seeing how Danny Mav lost in that match, I'm gonna have Danny Mav and Warlow versus Sheamus
Ooh.
and Cesaro in a tag team match.
Oh, bringing back the bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Also from that previous match, we had Rosemary, Mia Yim, Naomi, Su Young in a Monster Ball match that ended in a no contest.
Correct.
So I'm going to have 2 women matches, and they will be back to back. It will be Rosemary versus Su Young in a regular wrestling match, and Yim versus Naomi in a regular wrestling match. Whoever wins those 2 matches will face each other to crown the winner of that no contest fatal 4-way.
So 2 number 1 contenders matches.
Basically.
To face Gail Kim, who is the current Stardom champion. World of Stardom champion. That is the correct title of the name of the title.
And now we're going to have us a real tag team match. And I thought about having a little fun tag team match.
Okay.
So we're going to have Mustache Mountain versus the Briscoe brothers.
Ooh.
In a fall count anywhere tag team.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Falls count
see how
anywhere.
the match was Cesaro versus Jay Lethal for No More Contenders, and I quit match Cesaro won. I'm gonna have Jay Lethal get a little match of his own for the main event. It will be Jay Lethal versus Andrew Garza.
Oh yeah, you do have Angel Garza.
Yeah, and I'm having a stipulation match.
Uh-huh.
The stipulation match, no top rope moves.
Ooh. Okay.
They can go luchador out, but there will be no top rope moves. First person to do a top rope move will be disqualified and lose the match.
So does that count middle rope springboards?
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
And that will be the end of my show, seeing how the current events have happened in New Jersey that fucked up my show.
Gotta keep it kayfabe.
Got to.
All right. Over that is Dragon Force. Did you happen to see the thumbnail that I put on YouTube for Dragon Force?
Yes, I did, and I screenshotted it.
No, okay. Because I was trying to come up with something. I was like, can I find the word Dragon Force as a logo anywhere on the internet? And sure enough, I did. I just put it over a matching background.
Yeah, because Dragon Force is a rock band too, right?
Apparently, it's an anime.
Oh,
I think that's what I stole the logo from.
Like, as a matter of fact, I think the anime stole the logo from the wrestling. I think the wrestling was out just a little bit longer before the anime was even airing.
Wasn't there a song in Guitar Hero called "Through the Fire and Flames"?
Possibly.
Yeah, Through the Fire.
And that
Yes,
was,
it's Through the Fire
by a
Flames,
band
aka
called,
Dragon Force.
The band was called Dragon Force, I think.
That song is like 9 minutes of straight hell.
Word. I can't listen to it no more. It's like too much speed metal. It's like, yeah, I can't. It's like too much.
I tried to play it when I had Guitar Hero, and I was like, this is the thing that I'm never going to be able to do ever in my life.
Wow. All right. Over on Warzone, I'm kicking off this week with the Hardy Boys in action against the Usos, brother versus brothers. And because of the bad blood going on between them, FTR is going to join the commentary table. And I'm going to have I want to work an angle. So here are my options for finishes. Either the Usos win clean, either the Hardy Boys win via count out because FTR distracts the Usos, or the Hardys win clean.
I kind of like the second one, so that's probably going to be my vote.
And then next up, Renee Young is going to come out to the ring to do an interview. She's going to interview Danhausen, who is very nice, very evil. She's going to ask him about the open weight championship tournament, and because his match is up next, and does he fear his opponent? Will he be able to take his opponent's teeth and add him to the collection? And his opponent is Walter.
Ooh, that's the match I will pay to watch.
Danhausen versus Walter in the open weight Pure Rules tournament. That is the second match. Next up,
I feel like it's gonna be like a 45-minute match with no commercial breaks.
Danhausen just getting beat for 45 minutes.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta get beat 45 minutes.
That's kind of like in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, how Frieza got beat up for half an hour while they learned the fuse.
But time in Dragon Ball Z is wild.
I know, because
you
you gotta put all that together.
I'm not gonna lie, time is wild, but you gotta think about it. Fusion Dance messed up 30 minutes.
Yep.
Fusion Dance messed up 30 minutes. So for an hour, Frieza was getting his ass handed to him by Broly.
Yeah.
You shit. You will never see that ass whooping ever.
All right, my next match is a grudge match because these women have been going at it since the beginning of my show. So we're going to have the Iconics with Tanel Dashwood in their corner versus Jordynne Grace and Rachel Ellerling with Charlotte Flair in their corner. We know women on both sides have beef with each other, so we're just going to keep going until we get a result. So, again, I'm going to shoot an angle. Either the Iconics win by DQ because Charlotte jumps in the match, or the Iconics win because Tanel Dashwood is able to distract the other team, or Jordynne and Rachel get help from a masked mystery person that will come out to help them win.
Masked mystery person. I like this.
Yes. We're gonna add somebody else to this feud going on. And we go back over to the open weight Pure Rules division. We have Alberto El Patron versus Frankie Kazarian.
Okay.
And then Michael Cole, backstage, he's going to have an interview with General Manager Shane McMahon about the upcoming women's number one contender match to settle the other number one contender, because last week we crowned Asuka as the number one contender, so we need an opponent for her at the pay-per-view. So as Shane McMahon is talking, he gets interrupted by, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and Heyman is here to continue to get Brock Lesnar some competition because Shane don't want to give him any, because Shane doesn't feel like Brock is worth the time because he doesn't show up for work. He does 5 moves. He works for 3 minutes and he leaves." But Heyman says, give Brock competition or else. And he leaves.
I like this. I like this language.
Next up, we have the final tag team match in the number one contenders for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. In this tournament, you have to work with your partner. If you and your partner win the tournament, you both fight each other for the World Championship. So we have AJ Styles and Kazuchika Okada, who beat Darby Allin and Hangman Page. So they're in the finals. And then we have Finn Balor and Randy Orton, who beat Nick Aldis and W. Morrissey. So our finals could either be AJ Styles and Kazuchika Okada, or our finals could be Finn Balor and Randy Orton for the World Championship. And the main event, it is a women's 4-way elimination match for the number one contender. It will be Mickie James versus Bayley versus Serena Deeb versus Nyla Rose. And that is Warzone this week.
Like all of that. I almost grabbed my lotion bottle just now.